This is the turn, episode 5, and we have a story to tell. The 50th Memorial Tournament is in the books, and the player who hoisted the trophy at Muirfield Village on Sunday was not Scottie Scheffler. It was not Rory McIlroy. It was not any of the big names I spent all of episode 4 talking about. It was JT Poston, the Postman, a 33-year-old from Hickory, North Carolina. It was a guy who came into this week without a single top 20 finish in his first 13 start of 2026. There was someone that needed this week just to qualify for the US Open. This is someone who had to play 33 holes on a single Sunday at Muirfield Village after thunderstorms wiped out Saturday's third round. He blew a 4-shot lead in the final round. He birdied 18 to force a playoff. He won on the second extra hole. He shook Jack Nicklaus' hand walking off the green. Golf is a great game. Let's break it all down. Let's talk about the final leaderboard real quick. JT Poston, that was our winner. He won in playoffs on the second extra hole. He played against Ryan Gerard, who also finished -12. Tied third was William Clark, -11. He finished solo third, one shot after the playoff. Sam Burns, -10. A bogey on 17th cost him. He was in the mix all week. Tommy Fleetwood, -10. He go on par 5 15th to briefly lead. A bogey on 17th ended his chances. Scottie Scheffler finished -4. Three-Peat beat first flat. Nearly missed cut a final round of 71. Rory McIlroy started the final round 5 birdies in 6 holes. Whiffed chip on par 5 7th. A bogey, finished tied 12th. Let's talk about what happened this week. Round 1, Thursday. I thought Muirfield Village was brutal on Thursday. The wind was up, scoring was hard, and Scottie Scheffler was among the most visibly frustrated players on the course. He admitted afterward he hit some of the worst shots he hit in years. He finished the day 6 shots back on the 4-way share of the lead. Poston was quietly doing Poston things. Steady, patient, putting himself in position early. Round 2, Friday. I thought Friday brought adversity for the world number 1. He started his second round without a birdie on the front 9. Shanked one out of a bunker on the par 5 5th and made 3 straight bogeys from 8 through 10. He was on the cut line with 8 holes to play. He birdied 3 of his last 5 holes, extending his active cut streak to 76 consecutive made cuts, the longest active run on tour. Again, 76 consecutive made cuts, longest active run on tour. Number 1, that is impressive. It's hard to make that number of consecutive cuts on tour. So that's why he's number 1. Anyways, he's number 1 in the world. And he crawled into the weekend at 1 over. 8 shots back. The Three-Peat bid was already looking like a long shot at that time. Poston, meanwhile, was doing something remarkable. He carded a 7 under 65 on Friday, 9 shots better than the field average for the day. One of the best rounds of the week by any player. He went to the weekend with a 1-shot lead over Ryan Gerard. with Sam Burns third and Tommy Fleetwood lurking. Saturday was not golf. Thunderstorms rolled through Dublin, Ohio, and wiped out most of the third round. The horn blew after just a handful of holes for the leaders. Poston and Gerard had played only 5 holes together when the play was suspended. Sunday was going to be a marathon. 33 holes for the leaders, completing round 3 and then playing all of round 4. The mental and physical test was going to be unlike anything in a normal week. Then came Sunday. The leaders completed their third round Sunday morning. Poston ran off 3 straight birdies to extend his lead to 4 shots over Gerard, heading into the final 18. On paper, comfortable. At Muirfield Village, after playing a marathon day, nothing is comfortable. And Poston proved that almost immediately in the final round. 3 bogeys in a 5-hole stretch for the night. His 4-shot cushion vanishing hole by hole. By the 14th tee, he was no longer in the lead. Gerard had caught him. Burns and Fleetwood were still in the mix. Fleetwood had his moment. A laser fairway wood approach on the par 5th. 15th set up an eagle, briefly giving him sole possession of the lead. A missed fairway on 17th, an awkward layup and a bogey. That probably was a story for him. Same thing happened for Burns on 17th. They both finished tie 4 at 10 under. Gerard, meanwhile, had birdied the 71st hole to get to 12 under. He stood in the middle of the 72nd fairway. A par would have won the tournament. But Poston was not done. He found the green from 18, rode in the birdie putt, and forced the playoff. In sudden death, both returned to 18. First playoff hole, both made par. Second playoff hole, Gerard 3-putted from 60 feet and could not convert the 6-footer coming back. Poston rode in a 3-footer for par. 4th PGA Tour title. Biggest win of his career. Jack Nicklaus on the 18th green to shake his hand. Let's talk briefly about what just happened, because it deserves more than a leaderboard footnote. JT Poston came to this week having not finished inside the top 20 in any of his first 13 starts in 2026. 0 top 20s. 4 missed cuts. He needed to place well enough to qualify for the US Open. Otherwise, he was headed to a 36-hole Monday qualifier. He was 94th in the world ranking. But what happened after he won the Memorial Tournament? Number 1, he leaves Dublin, Ohio, as the tournament champion. He's now 39th in the world ranking, safely inside the top 60. He has an exempt for Shinnecock, which is where the US Open is going to be played. He also earned a spot in the Open Championship at Royal Portrush through the Open Qualifying Series. His PGA Tour card is extended 3 years through his age 26 season. He is in the next 3 editions of the Players' Championship, and he banks a $4 million winner's check, the biggest of his career. 1 week, a complete transformation of his season and his career trajectory. His previous 3 wins: he won 2019 Wyndham Championship, he won 2022 at the John Deere Classic, he won in 2024 at the Shriners Children's Open, and they all came on low-scoring tracks, where he went 21 and 22 under. The Memorial is the opposite of that. One of the most demanding tests on tour. Winning at the Memorial is something different. His full name is James Tyree Poston. His daughter is named Scottie, who was born March 2024. Named before Scheffler became the dominant force he is today. A fun footnote to the week. This was his first win as a father. The emotion walking up 18 was real. His quote after the round: "I'm not a quitter, so I hung in there." And then, just hard to believe. Honestly, can't wait to shake Mr. Nicklaus' hand. This is what golf looks like when it's at its best. I built episode 4 around Scottie Scheffler chasing history, trying to become the first player since Tiger Woods to three-peat the Memorial. That did not happen, and it was not even close. Scheffler was visibly off all week. His iron play, typically one of the best on tour, was uncharacteristically erratic. He nearly missed the cut. He shanked one from a bunker. He made 3 straight bogeys in round 2. He said after round 1 that he had hit some of the worst shots he could remember in years. He didn't make the cut, extending that active streak to 76 straight, and he finished tied 12th at 4 under with a final round 71. On Sunday, there were flashes. A birdie eagle stretch through the turn, but they started the day 10 shots back, and that was simply too much ground to make up at this golf course. The three-peat chase is over. Tiger's 1999 to 2001 run stands alone. What this means going forward: Scheffler still needs the US Open to complete the career Grand Slam. His best Open finish is tied 4th. One shaky week at Muirfield does not undo what he is. He is still the world number 1. Still the man to beat at Shinnecock Hills. But this is a question worth asking heading to a major, and I will pick that up in episode 6. Let's talk about some other storylines that I thought are worth mentioning this past week. Ryan Gerard. To me, it was the story of the week alongside Poston. He made up 4 shots in the final round, stood in the 72nd fairway with the tournament his to win, and he watched Poston birdie to force extra holes. On the second playoff hole, a 3-putted from 60 feet and missed the 6-footer coming back. A gut punch loss. But Gerard showed all week he has the game and the nerve for big moments. More wins are coming for him, definitely. Rory McIlroy was a tale of 2 halves, and the highlight reel captured both. On Sunday, he came flying out of the gates. 5 birdies in his first 6 holes. It looked like he was about to go nuclear and make a charge. Then on par 5 7th, from a difficult lie in thick rough above a bunker. 1 foot near the sand, the other on the higher ground. His wedge slid completely underneath the ball. A full whiff. Did not make contact. It went viral immediately. He made bogey, steadied, but never seriously threatened. He finished tied 12th at 4 under alongside Scheffler. His iron play and putting were actually solid all week. I think I believe they were solid all week. He said afterward, the game is trending in the right direction, heading to Shinnecock. Fairways at Shinnecock are a little wider than they are here, he noted. The US Open is next. Rory is going to be a major story in 2 weeks. How about my guy, Tommy Fleetwood? It was genuinely elite late. Tommy won his first PGA Tour with the 12th Tour Championship. He made an eagle on 15th with the laser fairway wood, the first player to reach 11 under. And that was the moment. Bogey on 17 killed it. That two-shot swing from eagle to bogey in 3 holes is Muirfield Village in a nutshell. Tied fourth, which is still 2 quality finishes for him in his last 3 starts as he rediscovers his best form. Let's talk about my pick for the last episode. I picked Scheffler to win. That was a miss. He finished tied 12th. Never threatened. I had Aberg as my value play. He was not a contender at all. That was a miss. I had Fitzpatrick as a dark horse. He did not win, but worth noting that Alex Fitzpatrick was in the mix all week. It was a miss on the pick, but the Fitzpatrick instinct was not entirely wrong. Rory factor, it was tied for 12th, no contention. That was a miss. JT Poston was not on my radar. 0 of my 4 picks hit. The Postman delivered. I tipped my cap, and I move on. The 50th Memorial Tournament is over. JT Poston is the champion. He played 33 holes in a single day. Blew a 4-shot lead. Birdied 3 of his last 5 holes to force the playoff. And won on the second extra hole at one of the biggest tournaments and one of the toughest closing holes on the PGA Tour. That is a story worth telling. And I just told that story. Next up, we have the US Open at Shinnecock Hills. Episode 6. One of the most brutally difficult venues in a major championship history. We're going to have Scheffler chasing the career Grand Slam as a story to tell. Roy looking to add a 3rd US Open. Aaron Rai defending his major momentum. We see if that happens. And a freshly confident JT Poston, who no longer has to qualify. He's going to be walking to Shinnecock as the Memorial Champion. And we have the full preview for you on episode 6 of The Turn. Don't miss it. This is going to do it for episode 5. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it in the fairway.